And I suggested that government must change the curriculum of biochemical engineering. We must put some inputs from the environment so that wider jobs should be available. So coming back to Jubilant, we started our sustainable development with the sustainability mission. We have a policy for the environment, health and safety. Every industry has. It is a requirement for ISO 14000. But with these policies, certainly industry has a commitment because these are signed by the top management. Last year, no, go back please. Last year, because of the climate change, we unveiled a policy on World Environment Day for climate change mitigation. We are very good work. Green supply chain management, we are requesting our suppliers, which is about 2,000 in number, please come forward, adopt some measures for safety as well as for environment. These policies are available on the website. If you can just go www.jubl.com. And we are publishing our sustainability report since 2003. The first report came out in 2003. Last 4 years, including this report, is A+. What we learned during this process from 2002 to 2010 and what we are planning to do in 2011, slightly going to cover in this. Next, please. And when we say sustainability, it is basically our performance for economic, social, and environment, what we is basically known as TBL, the triple bottom line. EHS management has been integrated. This is a unique thing in Jubilant, which I learned, and hopefully I will request all other industry friends also to adopt. Each and every CAPEX is signed by the EHS department. If there is no evaluation from the environment, health and safety side, that CAPEX will not be signed by the CMD or the executive director. This was a very positive move which I noticed in Jubilant. And our EHS cost is about 10 to 12% of the capital cost of any other product, whether it is expansion or a new product. And EHS is a line function. If something happens, it's not that sitting in Noida I am responsible for it. We have a team there, and the unit head is 100% responsible for the environmental health and safety activities. The environment personnel, those who are reporting to me, are also reporting to the unit head also. Next please. So this is basically a commitment from the top. Very easy to say. ISO 14000, if you see, the policy has 6 requirements, and one is that it should be a commitment from the top. But what is top commitment? Why industry is going for these certification or what we call environmental voluntary initiatives? One, to uplift the image. Nowadays, if you have money, mostly girls, if you see, they have the gold rings and they will buy one diamond also. And with one ring, that lady will say, oh God, who wears gold nowadays? This is environment, how to show off. So every industry is going for ISO 14000, ISO 9000, 18001, SA 8000, A 1000 for accountability. And finally, corporate sustainability, the social responsibility or sustainability report writing. In India today, roughly 35 industry or corporates are publishing their sustainability report, and 16 are accredited by the Global Reporting Initiative, what we call A+ or A. There are about 79 indicators of GRI, which I think Aditi must have told you. And if you go for a assurance or external verification, you get a plus. So our this year report is also a plus. It is in printing stage. By Monday it will be ready, and hopefully by end of this month you will get a copy. So EHS team, what we have at the corporate, is basically assisted by all the units, and functionally they report to me as well as to the unit head, as I mentioned. And we also do internal audits. Like yesterday I was at NERA just to see what is happening, suggest my people. It is very important for the industry to improve the aesthetic environment, the first thing which is visible. Today if you go to NERA, you will be surprised that we have about 50 varieties of birds coming to us, because next to our unit is the river flowing. And last year January, when we noticed, about 8 or 9 were the migratory birds. And this is the case of Gajral also, just because we are converting our effluent into biocompost, and they get mostly insecticide or insects out of this. Next please. Safety is also very important. Without safety, it's not easy to work in the plant. We are conscious about safety of our people who are working with us. When I joined, there was a culture. Something happened yesterday. What happened? It was a contractor man, and I shouted. A man is ultimately a human being, whether it is a contractor or our regular employee. Accident happens, no doubt something has happened in Leh also. This year April we also had an accident. Person by chance who died was Saxena, but it's not the case. I remember in Wholesale in Ambuja Cement, if something goes wrong, if a death is there, MD has to travel all the way to the Switzerland to give the board what has happened basically, and it should not happen again. We have improved our safety performance, and this is a very good sign of sustainability at Jubilant. Next please. Occupational health. The health which is associated with the occupation is called occupational health. In today's life, everybody is having a stress. After 8:30 of this lecture, how you will go home, there is a reason for a stress. Either mother is worried or you are worried. So stress was earlier which was a phenomenon for occupational health. Today if you see, there are many other parameters also. How many industries are publishing sustainability report? How many industries are publishing annual report? People like us, when the new annual report comes, just open the page which has salaries as per 25 section of the company's law. And I am more worried about why this gentleman is having more salary than me. So industry is publishing the sustainability report, but how to be more sustainable is that everybody should be a part of during writing of sustainability report, during collection of data of the sustainability report. We must see what is the path forward, which is the chairman address for the next year, and we should be the part of the sustainability report. So I will request all of you, please go on the website, read it. That's the best way of learning what is sustainability. In occupational health, we are having pre-medical checkup, X-ray checkup, pulmonary health function, respiratory also. And what we do, like we take people from different departments, go for a lipid profile, for a thyroid profile, T3, T4, TSH also, pulmonary function test about how much oxygen you can inhale and how much CO2 you can exhale, with a chest X-ray also, and compare every 5 years what is happening to the health. And we take a control from a person who is in the who is in the office or HR department or from the administration department, because he is not working in the main plant, just to see the impact. And at all locations, small ones, we have occupational health center. We have a visiting doctors also for normal and other routine ailments. Next please. We have a state-of-the-art technology for effluent treatment from the distillery. This is the RO reverse osmosis process. Next. This is biocomposting. The press mud is a waste from sugar industry. So we buy press mud from sugar industry and we generate spent wash, which is effluent from the distillery. So we apply this spent wash on press mud and convert into biocompost, and this is the area where you have lot of birds for attraction. And this is something like what you can say, you can use it for organic farming, which is the word which is very famous nowadays, because most of the vegetables which we get in the market, I don't know what Pune, but certainly they are colored, artificial dyes which he used to make, my friend. Next please. This is the equipment which cost us 45 crore, which we installed last year and we learned during this sustainability process only. It is difficult to dispose of effluent through this RO process or through this biocomposting process. Here we evaporate our effluent. Okay, but when we are going for RO and spent wash, converting into biocompost, we get we have biodigester where we get CO2 also, and this CO2 is also supplied to a bottling plant like Pepsi and Coke. Here this is advantage. So one way it is not environmental friendly because it needs electricity to evaporate your effluent, but this is need of the hour. If you have to go for zero discharge, and this is equipment from China, all imported. Next please. These are some liquid incinerator where we have the organic waste which is coming from our chemical plants. We are burning and using the heat, what we call in industry waste heat recovery. Next. These are the combined effluent treatment plant and sewage treatment plant at Gajrala. Very neat and clean. Very good. Next please. Why sustainability reporting? Basically, it's a business driven model. One incident I will tell you, it was tough time for Jubilant also when they started sustainability reporting. And when I started this in Ambuja, in 2005, Ambuja was saying why we should go for these reporting parameters and why we have to disclose all those things. It took 4 years to convince Ambuja, and first report came out in 2008, the time when I left. Same thing was here. We were all the members of CII working on CEDA project, what they call corporate sustainability management. But in our own industry, it was difficult to convince the management that we have to go for sustainability reporting. And once they saw the results, how we have improved, today management feels very happy. Like till last year, if you see our sustainability report, I am talking Jubilant now, CMD and CCMD were not signing these reports. This year I could convince him, when we say it is a top commitment, you have ultimately, you should sign for it. Or let me sign the sustainability mission, then I will sign the report, but somebody has to share the load of this report. And this year report, if you see, they both have signed. So why we are going for? The challenges was globalization, because as I told you, most of our products are going to the market. Transparency is one factor, but Indian industry was not ready for transparency. Environmental, social legislation, tariff barriers, sustained development, which everybody was saying this was not the case, but it has resulted. Most of the risks were converted into opportunities. Next, please. Sustainability improves environmental performance. This is true. The case which I told you, the ME and slop boiler, the Chinese equipment for 45 crore, we learned while writing sustainability report. Earlier, groundwater is freely available. Industry is not putting meters, so water was coming to us. When we realized that for 1 KL of alcohol, we have to use 40 KL of water, the 40 KL of effluent is coming, what we should do? Reduce it. How to reduce it? Go for some technological changes. Now the question comes, how much money we are wasting on our effluent treatment? So we must bring the cost down also. It's not easy. Waste treatment is a very costly process. Sometimes you will find that the cost of the product is less as compared to the cost of the waste treatment. And we have pressure from many like RTI, Pollution Control Board, Ministry. Recent one, if you see, we have a Green Tribunal bill. Anybody can go to that my case is pending in High Court since 8 years or 7 years. This Tribunal will say bring it, and they will clear within no time.